Hi, he's Ron.
He's Raj.
We're the Scanlon Boys.
We
Finishing up another little conversation with my dad. We had a couple other things we were thinking about. What are you thinking, Ron?
Well, he's had a number of conversations and really about the subject of love, and it's something my dad has contemplated and thought about quite a bit over these last several years, and I just thought that it would be nice to give him kind of an opportunity to voice that on video.
Cool.
Well, I have, of course, when you're your third wife, things change and your perspectives change. But first wife you love, and that's all just normal. Then you get another wife, you say, what's going on? And then you get a third wife, and you're talking before you're married, and I'm in Florida and she's in Michigan, and we cared for each other, but she said, I love you. And I said, that's, Jesus died for love, and that's an awful strong word. Told her that several times. Had a problem getting by it. And then when I was back home, I got a book out of the church library, and it was on prayer. And I was reading it by Philip Yancey. And she said, there's another book by him, and it's a good book. And it was What's So Amazing About Grace? God's grace. So I said, well, I'll read that book. But in that book, I found a thing on what do people say is the opposite of love, and it was inconsideration, being inconsiderate. Not hate, but inconsiderate. Most people say
indifference.
Indifference.
Indifference, I'm sorry. And so I said, well, I'm surely not indifferent. I'll do anything for most anybody. And so when you talk about loving anybody, if you're not indifferent, you're concerned and care for them. And so I said, I guess I can say I can love her. So I told Barb one day, I said, this is what's happened and this is where I'm at, and I love you. I'm not too fast on saying the word, because there's been things in my life that people have said love you, but haven't really seemed to me to be following up. So, and sometimes my patience isn't too good. But,
I wonder where I got that from.
Anyway, love is being considerate of people and not being indifferent. And so I don't have any problem now.
And I know one thing I just would like to include is that just went to a funeral this past week with a family friend that died of a long illness, and she died at home, and it really brought home to me
My sister-in-law.
Going above and beyond. When my mom was so ill, and my older brother who's passed away was so ill, and the above and beyond that my father, the help that was above and beyond. Yeah, and so it's also it's living the word, not just the concept. I'm
hoping to be able to match it.
Well, it's
ever
a tough standard to live up to.
But well, he's Ron.
He's Raj, living life with less regrets.
No man.